Well, thankfully, since those scenes, there does not appear to have been a widespread outbreak of rioting. And there's just the one fatality with several wounded, but some of the pictures we've seen suggest it could be more than one dead. The riot police then came out and vehicles were set alight. It was small scale. It's hard to tell if it's spread to other areas. We don't think it has, and it's now 1:30 in the morning, and I don't think that it's spread much, and it's going to be round 2 tomorrow. We understand that the opposition leader, Mr. Mousavi, is thinking of calling another rally tomorrow and to try to get the same numbers out again.
And earlier, Tim, those extraordinary scenes of people power, they're already making the front pages of newspapers here, but will it lead to anything?
It's possible, but it's still a very difficult task. I will admit to have been taken by surprise by this. I covered the rioting over the weekend, and I was with people who were perhaps in groups of 1,000 here, 2,000 there at the most, and it didn't seem like they could galvanize these numbers, but they've done that today. They've got the show of people support, and so it's a very difficult question now for Mr. Mousavi. Does he continue to try and put people out every single day, knowing the risks they run, which we've seen tonight, or does he run the risk of letting the heat go out of the situation and letting the decision come in about 9 to 10 days' time from the Guardian Council, which if the election result is not overturned, and most people don't see how it can be, what do you do then, having lost momentum? It's a really difficult call, and lives are at stake.
And yet we have heard today that the supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, the state's most powerful figure, has ordered an investigation into these fraud allegations. Are people still presuming that will lead to nothing?
Well, I think there's a problem with translation here. I don't think he has ordered an investigation. I think what has happened is that there is a legal review process you can go through, which Mr. Mousavi has officially gone to the Guardian Council and said, I want you to do that. And the Guardian Council is now going to look at the election. I don't think that Ayatollah Khamenei is the one that's ordered it. So I just think there's a problem with translation there. I don't think he has made a U-turn or compromise because the legal process is there. The Ayatollah is the one who has chosen the majority of the 12-man Guardian Council, which is why, behind the scenes, the opposition will not have much confidence about it turning the decision around. Now, if they did turn the decision around, then that really would be considered by the public as a U-turn by the Ayatollah and by the very, very top echelons of power. And the problem for the top hardliners for doing that is that if you want to open up a crack, well, an awful lot of people can get through it.
And just quickly, Tim, put this in context for us, the worst scenes of protest in Iran for at least 10 years, but give us some context for this.
I think it's more. Again, I think at the weekend when I saw the 2,000 or 3,000, I was thinking this is containable by the regime. In 1999, there were student demonstrations. They were the biggest challenge to the Islamic Revolution to that point. This is far bigger than that. This is the biggest challenge in 30 years, since the revolution itself.